Hello, thank you so much for joining us. This is Truth TV's program, The Conrado Show. On this show, we explore issues of purpose, passion, and power. God has given everybody that He created a purpose to fulfill on this earth. He has also given you the power to do whatever it is that He has given you as a purpose for you to be able to live this life and impact on it, to have dominion and rule over it. And then also, you yourself need to energize yourself, get that passion in whatever it is that you are doing. And today, we are talking to a young person who has been demonstrating this in his sphere of influence. This show is brought to you in association with Heritage Christian University College. We are in Amasaman here in Accra. This is the university to choose when you want to have very quality world-class education that is imbued with entrepreneurship training. We train our students to learn how to develop their own business concepts and to turn them into successful businesses with direction and guidance from university authorities. Then we are also a university that trains you to have conviction, character, creativity, compassion, and to live in a community. And we are doing admissions for March, April, and then also October. We admit students, and January as well. You can go to our website www.hcuc.edu.gh. You can call us on 020 67 30 382. This show is also brought to you in association with the Conrado Group. The Conrado Group is interested in personal development matters. If you want us to guide you on your personal journey, personal walk, your personal mission statement, and things that are going to help you to develop your being and help you in your personal growth, we are the ones to talk to. We are also interested in helping you to get exams that you have to write in order for you to school abroad or work abroad, such as the IELTS, the International English Language Testing System, and then also TOEFL, Test of English as a Foreign Language, SAT, Scholastic Aptitude Test, the GRE, the Graduate Record Exam, and then the GMAT, Graduate Management Admissions Test. These exams are our specialties. We help you to be able to learn them, pass them, go for your master's or undergraduate or PhD abroad. We take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Feel adrift as you transition into a new stage of your life. The future seems like a blank space until you discover the passion within. The canvas of the future is yours to paint. Welcome to a world of opportunities. Heritage Christian College, offering world-class university education, training compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
thank you so much for joining us again. This is the Conrado Show where we are exploring issues of purpose, passion, and power. Today we are talking to a young man. He is in the person of Ekow Francis Andoh. He's a youth activist, and in fact, he is gunning to be Ghana's youth president. Yes, you heard me right. Ghana's youth president. He's going to tell us more about that. And so, welcome to the studios of Truth TV.
Thank you, Conrad.
Yeah, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so now let's know a bit about you. Who is Ekow Francis Andoh?
Very well, Conrad. Francis Ekow Andoh is a leader, a Pan-Africanist, a social activist. I began my journey at the African University College of Communications as the General Secretary of the SRC.
Before then, SHS, where did you go?
Before SHS.
Yeah, senior high school, where did you
Yes,
school?
I attended Adisadel College.
Okay. What did you study?
I studied general arts.
Okay. Interesting. And so continue. Yeah, university education.
Yes, so I started as a General Secretary of our SRC. And I continued my service at the Ghana Tourism Authority.
Okay.
And where I led a team or a coalition of which we called the Coalition of Suffering National Service Personnel.
Hey.
So, you know, as it were, as it is,
Yeah.
National Service Personnel always, every year, have complaints about their delay in allowance,
Yeah.
the timely payment of the allowance,
Yeah.
and also the increment of our allowance.
It has remained 559.
I tell you, my brother, Conrad, in my time, that's the 2020-2021
Yeah.
first service year.
Yeah.
As a former student leader, I keep receiving messages each morning as to when is our allowance coming. You see, allowance in quotes as allowance.
Yes.
So I'll receive messages
Yeah.
asking, but I am not at the National Service Secretariat.
Yeah.
So much of these messages
Yeah.
gives me pressure, puts pressure on me that, hey, what is it? Am I not also a service personnel? Yes. So that's forced the pressure on me, as well as like-minded service personnel like mine
to have a coalition.
Have a group, yes, called the Suffering Service Personnel. So,
not concerned.
Yes.
Always the groups are concerned something. This one is the Suffering National Service
so
Personnel.
on June 8th, 2021, we hit the streets of Accra, to be precise, the
National Service.
No, the Obra Sports Circle.
Okay.
So we picketed, we demonstrated.
Hey.
It was a peaceful demonstration, by the way.
Better.
I was happy about the demonstration because we had the response from the executive director, that is Honorable Gifty Owari.
Yeah.
So after our demonstration, it dawned on her, and then she came out, and I remember she made a statement on City FM that she's heard all our cries, but there's been a proposal, which is laid before the Education Committee of Parliament to increase the service allowance from the 559.04
Hey, you remember all of that?
to 1,000.
When was
it? Was good news to us
it has not happened.
It has not happened, my brother. This is Ghana we live in. Yeah, so you should know the country we are all living in. So fast forward, we heard this news. You see, usually getting responses out of demonstration is very necessary. So we were happy at least that our cry has been heard. Okay, so we continued the journey. Tempests were calmed down, and we had assurances that so something has been done about it. So we were there. So our demonstration was was mainly about three things. One, the timely payment of the allowance. Because usually it's just overboard. Then the service personnel is there. How are we going to transport to service? So one, the timely payment of it. Two, payment of arrears.
Mm.
And then 3, the increments. So the increments, I leave it. But for all you know, service personnel, once you start service, we expect that you give us our allowance at the end of the month.
Okay.
But others will receive, others will not.
Yeah.
Where lies the problem?
Yeah.
And no communique from the National Secretariat signaling that. So at least we did some work there, and then as I talk to you, I'm out of service, but that hasn't been increased.
Oh.
Let's move away from that.
But have you had some feedback as to if they've done something about the timely payment, the prompt payment, and then...
My brother, it's been the same old story. Oh. Now that I'm out of service, I don't know how it is faring, but I'm sure it will be the same.
Oh.
So, fast forward, I'm out of service and I double to be the communications officer for Young Visionary Leaders Ghana, a Ghanaian representative for African Voices International.
Okay.
Then a member of the Sustainable African Youth for Sustainable Development. Okay. As well as several organizations.
We'll talk about some of those.
So this is me in a nutshell.
This nutshell is really big. The national service took much of it. I can see how passionate you are about the fact that things must be done well for the service personnel.
Well.
Good.
Very well.
What did you study at AUCC?
Well, I studied public relations, PR.
Hey, that's why you're here doing PR for your service personnel colleagues. Interesting. So we'll talk about that a little bit now. But let's talk about student volunteerism in general. You've served in different capacities, as a student leader, and then all these social activism and all. What inspires you to be a volunteer or an activist, social activist?
Thank you so much for the question, Conrad. The passion, the zeal, the affection that I have for the Ghanaian youth and the ordinary Ghanaian drives me each day to put on my best, to advocate for all of us. I'm a youth, and I have over time got to realize how governance works. And for that matter, the ordinary Ghanaian do not know what government is all about. So my zeal and my passion to advocate for the ordinary Ghanaian and the youth is what drives me crazy to what I do each day.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
But we have, everybody else will say something similar, that it's passion that is making me to get into this or to do that. But at the end of the day, has it gotten you some results as a social activist? And you also say you are a Pan-Africanist. I'll get into that later. But as a social activist, what results have you achieved right from school and out of school?
Results.
You've told us about the national service one, so maybe you can leave that out. Any other advocacy things that you've done that have been impactful?
Very well. So I have I'm the youth MP, currently the youth MP for Trobu Constituency.
Oh, this constituency actually. That's
under the auspices of Youth Leadership Parliament.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I remember before my election or to bid for that position, I went around the constituency, cited some problems that the constituents are facing, such as water, such as financial difficulties. So in my own way, I have highlighted some problems. That is, you see, when you look at the Pokwase Festus, where the
construction. Oh
no, there is a pathway that when it rains heavy, the place gets flooded.
Yes,
so that the water gets into people's homes.
Yeah.
I captured that, sent it to our MP, Honorable Moses Emi. Okay, so I didn't get response right there.
Yeah.
But I later heard that he went to their rescue and something has been done about it.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is something that I find happy about as a youth activist and also as a youth MP for the constituency.
Yeah.
That I am only the youth MP.
All right. So I'd like to ask you, since you say you want to be Ghana's next youth president, if you get that nod, what are you going to do for the youth of Ghana?
Very well. Number one, I would want to establish a psycho hub. So it's basically a psychological hub where the youth can come in, running for any support, be it financial, be it advice,
mental
issues, mental health.
Yeah.
Yes. And then number two.
Hold on. I mean, why are you doing this? Is it because you feel that young people have mental problems or what?
A lot of us, due to the rate of unemployment, the youth are battling with all sorts of mental illness. Okay. So
depression
that setup
is one.
Depression is one. So that setup will enable youth to fall in freely to express themselves and then to be given the needed help that they need.
Great.
So with that, we don't need that $1 million money to start that.
Yeah, that's
our own small way.
Yeah,
we can do that.
Do that.
That is one.
Okay,
two,
good.
The entrepreneurship sports.
I see.
So that will be also a hub or a center, sort of, not only for my constituents, but for youth in general to come in, pitch their ideas, and then we will filter and then
just judge and see whether they
but we wouldn't leave anybody out.
I see.
But the difference will only be about the amount
and then the viability of the business.
Exactly. Okay. So everybody will get support under that entrepreneurship sport, and then also the psycho hub. These are the two major to start with.
I see.
And then we build on.
Interesting. This. So how are you going to do the entrepreneurship bit of it?
Entrepreneurship, yes.
Get money?
I cannot do this all by myself. Yeah. So with the help of my connections that I have by God's grace, I will propose to donate, put some funds, maybe being it monthly or even yearly or as and when someone is led. Yeah. Because our existence as human is to live for people.
Yeah. And but in Ghana, we have the Youth Enterprise Agency, the YEA. Why don't you just channel it through them, since they already do that? It's not publicity.
You know it, but the ordinary you do not know there is. So I'm using this opportunity to announce to the youth watching me that if you ever need any support, even before I even establish mine, you can visit the YEA at any your municipal assembly. Okay, every district you are, visit your assembly and then say you are looking for the YEA office. Get there, lodge your problem, and you'll be helped. Yeah. So you can do that until I come in.
Hey, until I come in. Yeah. So until we come in, our presidency, you can go and then get that support for now. Thank you so much for those ideas.
You see, even in tertiary politics, student politics, the political infiltrations is very high, or is high. So usually, once a particular camp figures that you are not with them, you are showing a different color. Yeah. They don't get close to you because they think when they get close to you, you will reveal
their
secrets.
Yeah, of course.
What do you mean? I was there myself, and amongst about 8 TESCON groups, I was able to work with them. When the NPP people are going for a meeting, I am there. because I'm in power, I'm in office. I would have chose to say that. See, they are not mine, so I wouldn't. Everywhere they go, like I'm an NPP person.
Okay, so that was as a general secretary for the
AUCC
okay,
at the time.
Okay, I see.
So the patriotism I exhibited
just for the interest of your university,
the students, and not for me.
Yeah.
This is the kind of mindset and set mind the youth would have to side to.
Yeah. Okay.
And not before we get the power, we say all the nice things, and then once we hold power, we do otherwise.
I see.
This wouldn't go any way to help Ghana.
Yeah.
If you love Ghana, you will have to practice what you preach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do as you say. Be a man of your words, as I have. And so I can boldly say today that those days I practiced that, and I'll continue to do that.
I love your principles, and yeah, and I understand why you are so passionate about the youth, and then Ghana's democracy and the voice of the young people. Finally, you say you're also a Pan-Africanist. What exactly do you mean by that?
Very well. I am a Pan-Africanist because I am the Ghanaian representative for African Voices International.
So tell us about that organization.
So African Voices International is a social youth organization, formerly known as Youth in Action.
Oh, okay.
In 2013.
Yeah.
Before the name was changed to African Voices International. It's been a name for
some time.
Yes, for some time. Okay. Yes. And then we have representatives from various African countries.
Do you meet? And how do you meet?
Yes.
Virtually?
So, virtually we do, and then occasionally we do travels. Yeah. But usually I'm a Ghanaian representative. So when I hardly travel, but my fellow Africans do come in. And then the last two programs I was a panelist at was the Ghana Registered Nurses Midwifery and Association at SHASH.
Okay.
That was last year, June 4th, 2022. I was a panelist at that place. So it was a program organized by African Voices International.
I see. What was the aim of that program?
Yes, I was about injustices. The theme was injustices revealed.
I see.
Amongst other, usually we do virtual more.
Yeah.
Okay, where we have fellow Africans around, share ideas what is happening at a particular country.
Okay.
So as Ghana, I tell what is happening here to them. They also from different countries.
Yeah.
So that sense of patriotism, the Pan-Africanism, is there.
I see.
And so hence Pan-African.
Okay. So that's the angle from which you're coming. I thought you were some Nkrumahist.
Yes, he is our strong will. Besides, this year we call it the year of transformation. So if you have seen our flyer, we have the picture of Kwame Nkrumah.
Oh, I see.
Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah as our strong. You see how his patriotism. That is how. So people see us and they say they are fighters. So amongst us, we call ourselves freedom giants.
Hey, okay, they are different from freedom fighters.
Yes,
I see.
We call ourselves freedom giants because we fight, we stand tall. You see,
I see.
There are a lot,
freedom and democracy.
A lot happening in the spaces, and that we as African Voices, we are not mere an organization or full of vibrant youth that are just sleeping. We always rise up to the occasion. We stand tall regardless.
I see.
We roll like the lion.
Hey.
Yes,
that's scary.
The future is for we the Ghanaians. And so if we don't stand tall, where are we going as Ghanaians?
I see.
We are the hope.
Yeah. I love that. And okay, so final. Talk about the what young people young people like you. You're how old? 20 what? You're in your 20s.
Yes.
Yeah. And what can young people who want to be like you, want to be part of youth parliament, youth, presidency, and all these international voices and all of that activism, what can they do? Where should they start from?
Very well. All of this begins from leadership. Leadership is simply leading your followership. Hence leadership. If you are a leader, you lead your followers. So that edge, that sense of responsibility, okay, the youth must have before you can be a leader. So if anyone out there listening to me, watching me, who wants to run the race at which I am running, or the pace at which I am running, you must have that sense of responsibility.
Okay. Yeah. Wherever you find yourself,
that sense of
you don't need to be in a particular place or
be responsible
or organization.
And that sets the tone for greater things.
I see. So responsibility first. Yeah. Okay. Well, I thought you wanted to continue. Anyway, but to you, responsibility, you should just be responsible. And you can speak out when there is an issue that you need to speak about.
Yes. And then we must stand tall in all things.
Yeah, I see. Yes. And so, well, what I like about this conversation is the fact that there is a lot that young people have within them that they want to do, that they want to explore. There are things that they are preparing for in the future, but many people do not know how to start that. And Francis Ekow Andoh is letting us know that you can start from your own sphere of influence, your own space, wherever you find yourself, whatever it is you're doing, you can start that sense of grooming, leadership, training and activism, and raise your voice when there is need to. Let your voice count, but do it in a very responsible and a very diplomatic manner, and very respectful. Do not get into vandalism and all the other things that are associated with some of these protests. Make sure that you do it in a way that is civilized, and people are going to take you very seriously. So young people, you can become political actors, you can become politicians, you can become leadership, influencers, you can become a lot of activists, that you may think about, but you must begin from wherever you find yourself and raise your voice when it needs to be raised on issues that need to be spoken about. Martin Luther King Jr. said something that I loved so much. He says, in the end, we will not, in the end, we will not remember the words of our friends.
That's how you make it feel.
Yeah. Okay, so that, and the silence of our enemies. And so there is one on Maya Angelou that was about how you make them feel. But this one, he's talking about the fact that in the end, you will not remember just the words of your friends, but the silence of your enemies. The aspect of trying as much as possible to do certain things that, if you believe that we need to talk about this thing and you're silent and you don't act about it, you don't talk about it, and because you don't want to talk, about anything that is negative, that is going on wrongly, and you don't want to offer any constructive criticism, then we will all sink together, because it's a ship that is setting on a sail and is turbulent. The sea is turbulent. The situations are difficult, but you need to speak out where you find yourself, and that way you can become somebody of significance in the society. Many of these great people that we talk about are people who just didn't want to sleep and just keep quiet about everything, but they did something about their situation. They said something, they did something, and as a result of that, we recognize them today as very influential in their sphere, in their generation. You too can be influential in your generation, and that's what we have been speaking about. We've been talking to Francis Ekow Andoh. He's a youth activist, a social activist. He's a Pan-Africanist, and he says we should help him to become Ghana's next youth president. How do people vote when you have to vote for you?
Yes, the follow up will come later.
Okay.
So,
For now,
I'll be in again
the details.
to announce
Okay.
the details.
Great. Your party will pay us a lot of money to do the campaign on that day. Yeah. So he's an incumbent. He's an independent. You say independent candidate and wanting to be Ghana's next youth president. And so let's support him. Thank you very much, Francis, for being a part of today's program.
Thank you for having me.
It's
my
a
brother
pleasure.
Conrad.
Yeah. So this has been the Conrado Show, where we discuss issues of purpose, passion, and power. We know that God has given everybody a purpose on this earth. You should discover yours. Somebody has discovered his. I have discovered mine. You too need to know what it is you are on earth for. If you need help in that regard, we can help you at the Conrado Group, where we support personal development and these kind of mentorships. And then also we train people to get language skills and other exams that can be used for applications abroad for masters or for undergraduate and PhD and other exams like that. And so you can contact us 02067 30 38 2 and Heritage Christian University College, Amasaman Accra, right here, where Truth TV is also admitting students. You can come to us for courses, in business administration and IT and theology. We will be back again same time next week with another edition of the Conrado Show. My name is Conrad Kakraba. Bye for now.